Alright, so I'm trying along here. Essentially we've had a good strong push up throughout the session. We formed this high volume range area of value. We had a nice push through, drop back in, and then a nice imbalance higher. So I've got in along here. My stop's just going to be behind the back end of this high volume node, and I'm just going to be looking for a break of these highs essentially. And I'll look to probably start scaling out as we break these highs. The reason for the trade is on the 1 hour overall throughout the session. I was expecting it to go lower. We did move lower, but essentially we've now broken all of these highs, and we're now challenging up into this range. So I'm expecting a lot of people to be trapped short here from earlier in the session, and I'm just looking for basically a continuation of this trend. So you can see nice uptrend, and then we had this really good breakout from this high volume area. We've come back, we're basically balanced and ranging, and then we've got this nice push through, drop back. I'm expecting all these highs to get flushed. So far it's looking good. What I'll be looking for is probably a test of these highs here. Once we test these highs, I'll probably get to break even. At this point I can reduce my risk below. We've got this supply area, this demand area that was tested, held. We've now got this small demand area here, so I'd be looking for that to now hold as we break higher. So this is looking good, starting to break up. I can keep my risk behind this already tested demand. We've also got all of this high volume node as protection, so this is good coming into the Frankfurt Open now. So hopefully we can get a nice break through these highs. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and look at this just in case we get a nice quick flush through these highs. I'm just going to place these limit cells above and see what happens. Sometimes when we have a nice area like this, price can just flush through like this, right? When we get a quick flush, sometimes we don't, sometimes it pulls back. So if we do get a big quick flush through, you want to try and capture as much of it as you can. I'm going to watch it here. If it stalls out, I'll start getting out some positions as well. Hopefully we can just continue the push up. But if we do fail and drop back into this range and start looking like we're going to drop back into this high volume area. All right, we've got another one off there. So at this point I'm definitely break even. I'm actually going to start trailing the rest of this up. I'm just going to watch for volume areas. So we've got a small volume area here, so that's a good place to try and use as protection. I'm still just looking for price to see if we want to just continue to flush up. So hopefully we can just carry on moving higher. I'm going to start looking at these volume areas. Okay, I'm going to go behind the bar now at this point. We've had a pretty good high move up, and
order filled.
All right, no problem. So I'm fully out there. So that was a good trade. Continuation of the long idea. We dropped under these lows. Good imbalance higher, came back in, tried, and then a nice imbalance, got in on the retest here. And then we've basically flushed all of these highs up through this area. So I wouldn't be surprised if you want to come back down now and test this high volume node, probably back into this general demand area now. So I'll watch it to see if there's another trade that sets up off this demand, and then we can try for one more break higher. Otherwise 350 for the day, that's still good. I could call it there, but I'll see what it looks like when it comes back down. I'm going to try one little trade here just with smaller volume. We've held the top end of this demand back into this point of control, and we've got a nice little pop off this. So I'm just going to try a little retrace entry on this. I'm not looking to take a lot of risk on this. So realistically, I'd probably be looking to risk, yeah, just this volume area. So I'm really just looking for the top edge of this range to hold for another break of this high. And that's pretty much the idea. It's just a small trade, but it is in a good position where if it wants to continue higher. I'm also just looking at this 1 hour this is ultimately what I'm looking at. So we've got this high here that I really think we want to try and test. We've also got this sort of low volume area here. So we could even go up as high as 42.64 as a sort of a stretch target. But definitely we could probably test up into 62.3. So I might actually 62.3. I might actually move this the target up there and see what we get. I'm not going to give it too much room. Don't want to give away a lot of profits. It's been a good week, so I think if we break this high here, if we break this high, that corresponds with being above this high volume node, this little high volume node here. So if we can break above this high, I'll get my stop probably under whatever low is formed here, and then we can try and use that high volume node as protection for the trade. Otherwise, I don't want to see it go too much lower. So even if we get a push back up into these highs, I'll probably get my risk under this low, just to reduce how much I'm going to potentially lose on the trade, to sort of protect most of the day's profits. But it's not a bad spot. It's not a bad idea. The only trigger-wise, it's not amazing. I'd like to see lows form like this over here, where lows are formed. We've got to drop under, push back into the range, volume come in. More time for this to play out means more people are in different positions, so there's more pressure when it unravels. This is just more of a quick pullback to volume, and hopefully we can just tap it and move higher. So anyone that didn't get out on this move that were underwater, this is their second opportunity to try and get out. So hopefully there's still a lot of trapped shorts, and they can use this area to now get out of their shorts, and we can get some aggressive buying going up. But it can still drop under these lows, probably all the way down into where my stop is, and it still keeps the long idea valid. But yeah, I don't really want to give it that much room. So we'll see if we can just get up into these highs that I can get most of my risk off. Be aggressive with my stops, so I've just moved under the low of this bar. We had a push up. So at this point, if we don't hold this high volume area here, then this trade will be done, and I'll lock myself out for the day, and that'll be that. Looks like we're about to get taken out. Yeah, that's okay though.
Order filled.
All right, that's it. That's done. So small little loss on that one, but overall good day. I'm just going to lock myself out. So 327 for the day. In terms of the week, so far 2,156 over 2 weeks. You can see the equity curve there. It's doing well, and then for the week we're up 1,166. So we have one down day on Tuesday, and the rest have all been pretty consistently $300 days. Previous week was up 990, and yeah, so 2 small losing days out of 9 trading days is pretty good trading, and hopefully we can just get a few more green days next week. But yeah, that was a good week.